So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you managed to find the finances, I guess, to actually put effort into marketing and making it all happen? A lot of people don't ever get that far. They make the thing and it's like, well, I got the book, I got it edited, it's out there, and now I've got nothing left. Hopefully people see it on my Twitter account.
Yeah, I'm still kind of that way. I mean, I think I'm better after about 7 years of working on this now. When I put out my first book, like I said, I was on Twitter at the time and Facebook, and I was promoting it on there as much as possible. I was trying to get my family and friends to read the book and give me some reviews on Amazon. That's tough. That's like trying to twist an arm and just come on, just give me a review, please. But about a year after I wrote my first book, I was watching YouTube, and whether it's right or wrong, there's one guy on there. He said YouTube is the second biggest search engine.
It's very correct. Second to it's the company's other search engine, Google.
And so the guy's like, if you're doing something, if you have something for sale, if you have a business and you're not on YouTube, then you need to be. I thought, well, I guess I'll go on YouTube. I'll start a YouTube channel. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm on YouTube. I put out some videos. I kind of mix them up with some writing advice and some comic book stuff.
Well, now, don't you feel put upon that, gosh darn it, you wanted to be a writer, not a YouTube personality, and it is awful and terrible that you have to jump through this hoop when all you want to do is write?
Yeah, it is a little bit tough. I mean, I would rather just be spending most of my time writing instead of getting on YouTube and trying to promote myself. But if it's what I got to do, then it's what I got to do. I mean, like I said, everything I do is out of pocket. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have any kind of Kickstarters. Writing the book is the easiest part. It's the cheapest part. I just sit down and write. But then the editing and the formatting and stuff comes along. That's where the money comes from or is needed. And then comes the marketing. I'm 53. I'm an older guy. And marketing is just so difficult for me because I'm not sure, should I put money here in some kind of Facebook ad or Amazon ad, or should I just keep plugging along the way I am? I have watched so many YouTube videos on marketing. It is not funny.
Well, that's the question. How many marketing videos do you watch specifically geared towards books and like that kind of media?
There are very few good book marketing videos out there. There are some other indie writers who put out marketing videos, but to be quite honest, they are all very young, pretty women who look good on camera. So a lot of their marketing is me. I got this pumpkin head on YouTube.
You're not the protected class societally for sure. Like, people aren't looking for more of what we have to say. It's definitely positive. It doesn't make it easy when there's people out there that attack just the sheer idea of marketing. I got into an argument a week or two ago with a guest who was saying that, I don't know if you know who Tyler Draw and Talk is on Twitter, who's a big of, we say funnel and stuff, like, but doing the stuff that works in marketing to build relationships and find new people. And you're not even gonna mention his name, but this other character on there said how he's a piece of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You just make good stuff and people will find it, which is the dumbest advice I've ever heard in my life, personally. And as I invited him on the show, I'm like, hey man, like, if you think that we're wrong, please come on, educate my audience. I don't want to be telling people what to do the wrong thing. Maybe you do know more than me. I'm humble enough to admit that. To which he responded, suck my dick. And I'm like, okay, so bad advice and you're an asshole. But that's a stigma that people put up with me. If you go out there and actually try and sell your comic book and try and get you're met with, oh, that's slimy, that's gross. Where I come from in marketing, the idea is if you believe in your product, you should have no trouble selling it. don't sell anything you don't believe in. Well, I think my comic book's good. I think your life's going to be better for having read it, or my book, whatever it is, my role-playing game. So it's definitely, in my last episode, one of the things we talked about specifically was the stigma. So it's like when you only have so much money to put somewhere into this endeavor, and then you're going to get treated like crap for doing it. It's like the zeitgeist is to just stay nobody forever. It's got to be a frustrating position to be in for sure. You find that you have to deal with the internal stuff on top of, like, I don't really want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a writer, but now I need to deal with backlash just for doing this to talk my books.
I would much rather be writing than doing YouTube. I have done YouTube now for about 2 or 3 years. I don't mind it. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I'm a writer on YouTube. I think I don't know if everybody can understand that, because there are a lot of YouTubers out there these days who have huge followings, and they've never written anything, or they've never seemed to write anything, but now they all want to put out books and comic books, and people are just eating them up. Whereas I've written several books, and I'm just some small guy here trying to hawk my wares. So it gets a little frustrating, but like I said, I know what I wrote is good, and I'm going to do everything I can to get it in front of everybody's eyeballs. Even if I got to set up a stand outside of my house and sell lemonade and a book with every purchase.
Well, I've got a cute little daughter. I'm still trying to find the way that I can utilize her to sell what I do. So whatever works for you. Maybe the lemonade stand with the cute little girl is the thing I need to do. Speaking of, selling the book, why don't you tell people where they can go and find your books and get a copy of their own if that's something they're interested in?
Well, you can find my books on Amazon. They're there exclusively. You can find me. Just find my name and type in Deadlock, Fallout, or Shattered, and it should bring you up to that. Or if you go on to stephenhudler.com, it's my website, and find the little tab, The Evil Realm, which is my name for my universe, that'll take you to a page where you can read little snippets about each book. And at the bottom, it'll take you to the Amazon page where you can find all my books.
All right. And if people are interested in checking you out on YouTube, where can I check you out there?
I am The Nerd Way, so you can find me there.
Not to be confused with The Nerdist Way.
No, not them, Joe. I'm just The Nerd Way.
Good. All right. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for coming on today, Stephen. And folks, hopefully you learned a little something today, and you'll have a good one.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.